And actually the first day that I was at Grace, I felt really awkward during like the message and worship. So I never really went to church growing up. Along with my family, we never were really church people or never grew up with that relationship with God. So that just led me to not wanting to grow a relationship with God, but I didn't have the people around me to give me that relationship with God or want me to build that relationship with God. My life basically before I found Jesus was just living life day to day, like just going in and out of days. Whatever came is what would happen for me. I felt really left out some days, and then some days I felt like I was the main focus, and it was just like I guess my life was really bipolar in days, and which led to sometimes depression or not feeling loved by people. And yeah. So one day I got a text. I was just in my living room watching SportsCenter, and I get a text from Lynette saying to come to young adult service. And I had gotten previous texts from her about coming to church on Sundays or young adults, and I just been busy, so I kind of just laid it to the side. But I said, why not give it a go tonight and see like what it's like. And Victoria and Lynette were the people who invited me to Grace. And so I gave it a shot, and they were already plugged in so much to the church that whenever I got to the church, I was getting introduced to everybody, and like I would just, like I already felt so loved coming in, and I had no idea what to expect because I've never been to a church. This is the first church I ever came to. And just the atmosphere of Grace just made me want to pursue that relationship with God. And so I kept coming. And actually the first day that I was at Grace, I felt really awkward during like the message and worship, just because I didn't know what the atmosphere was going to be like, so I didn't know what to expect. And so it was about a month and a half after I came to Grace where I started picking up on worship songs and actually understanding what the pastors were preaching about. And Lynette had given me a worship song playlist, and I had started listening to them. And on the way home from YA young adult service one night, I was singing Do It Again by Elevation. And I just like, something was really heavy on my heart, and I just said, I was driving, don't do this when you're driving, but I just started talking out loud, and something was telling me to give my life to Jesus. So I gave my life to Jesus a month and a half after I came to Grace, driving home from church. And I told my mom when I got home, and she started crying, what moms do. And yeah. So since I've given my life to Jesus, I've seen a dramatic change in my love for people. I used to really be like real stuck up and that person who only cared about himself. But since I've came to Grace, being surrounded by lovers of Jesus and Christians, and I've just seen like the love that people have for others, and it's really like grown me outside of who I used to be. And like building relationships with people here is like the best thing ever, because I've built so many relationships here, even with the pastors or students and youth and the YA interns and whatever it is. The relationships that I've built here have been probably the biggest impact on my life. So I became a leader in the youth ministry at Grace, and just being able to lead students in a relationship with Jesus Christ and helping them grow their relationship and get closer has really impacted me to see that I'm a reason that some kids are finding Jesus and giving it life. And some kids were like me in my past, and now they're growing up and wanting to be leaders, wanting to be in ministry maybe or whatever. just getting to lead in a church. I never thought this day would happen. I never thought that I would be in a church one day. So I'm so glad that, my friends from school had reached out to me, inviting me here and taking their time to get other people to come to church. And I'm glad that I was the one that they were focused on to grow the kingdom and get my life and pursue my life with Jesus. To the one who is out there who is feeling depressed or feeling left out like I was, I just want to tell you that God is here for you, and trust in the process with God. There's not one moment where God isn't working on you or God doesn't see you, because he sees everything you do and he loves you, and he's here for you, and we're all here for you.